All right, all right, all right. We are back with WAP, Wealth, Assets, and Prosperity for your life and your business. I am very elated to be here on Brownstone Media and KCCR Radio with my girl, Krsytal. I cannot wait for you guys to meet her. My girl, Krsytal Taylor, is the owner of Fitness is Not a Game, a dynamic health and fitness coach, an author, and a speaker on a mission to empower women to break free from fad diets and achieve sustainable health and fitness. With over a decade of experience, she's helped hundreds of people transform their lives with personalized meal plans. I know that's right. And workouts that fit busy schedules. Now, y'all know y'all can't wait to hear what Krystal got to say. Krystal believes in the importance of developing healthy habits that last a lifetime and is a firm believer that anyone can reach their health and fitness goals by adopting a balanced lifestyle, not following fad diets. She is an avocado lover, yes, a beer enthusiast, my kind of people, who's passionate about helping others achieve their goals. So without further ado, let's welcome my girl Krystal.
Look it. I'm loving this whole introduction and the energy. I'm like, yes, bring me out. I feel like I'm playing double dutch. Like, bring me out, bring me out, bring me out.
I found the perfect one and go.
Hey, Coach Jacqui.
Yes, I love you, Krystal. I'm so excited to have you here. Man, let me just tell y'all, when I first met Krystal, one of the things everybody said is she gonna be up in the morning working out. I said, this is my people. I love that. So before we get as we get started,
yeah.
How did you get here? How did you get into the fitness arena?
You know what? I sort of fell into it.
Mm-hmm.
I never planned on it. I have my MBA, undergrad in marketing. I worked at nonprofit. I was a corporate trainer. So I've done all of that stuff. I was following the ladder that I thought I was supposed to follow, right?
Right.
And so it started, I guess it's a long story, but the quickest way towards the end is that in 2014, I decided to challenge myself and do a fitness competition. Now, prior to that, I had been doing little stuff. People always like, oh, can I work out with you? Because I started actually exercising for myself when my mom got sick in 2008. I realized that was a great stress reliever for me. Like I was already exercising, especially, let me back up. Let me stop lying. I tried to get a short story, but it's a long story. It's like,
okay, give it long, girl.
I got to bring it back. And then I got to bring it back. So realistically, I didn't start exercising and stuff until I went to the military when I was in college, right? And that was when I first was like, wait a minute, I am really strong, because I was always afraid to be an athlete, like I didn't have that confidence that I can get out there and do it and da-da-da-da. Got to the Army and was like, wait a minute, I'm good at it and I like it, right?
Okay.
And then life happens, got married, has kids. That second baby told his body, I didn't like it. I became, like a lot of women, desperate, sad, all the things. Even though I was nursing, I done went and bought doggone fat burner pills, knowing they're not good, right? And I got heart disease in my family. But I only did them for like a couple of days because I was like, ain't no weight loss this important for me to risk my life and my child's life, right? Like there has to be a way. So that's when I first started getting interested in just learning what the body could do. So at the time, I don't know if you remember Bally Gyms, Bally.
Yes.
So you know how long ago that was, right? Bally was offering like free personal training sessions. Sure, I'll take some free. We're young and broke with 2 kids. So I go and I'm in this session with this trainer and I realized I was just soaking it all up. It was so intriguing to me. I was like, how does he know this? And I just kept soaking it up. So fast forward, I decided, one of the things I decided to do to start losing the baby weight, in addition to how I changed my eating, was to go back to running. Because that was a challenge for me, because I was never the strongest runner in the Army and I wanted to challenge myself. So I started running, ended up getting up into a full marathon. And then I was like, that's cool, but I wonder what I can do with this body. So let me go and get into a figure competition. So I did that. And that's, even though people had already been asking me to work out with me because I've always liked to just stay active. Oh, I talked about my mom getting sick. When my mom got sick in 2008, I really leaned on exercise as my stress reliever. That saved my sanity. It really did. And it helped me to think more. It made it easier for me. I realized I had more questions and clarity to go ask the oncologist after my runs, right? It was so weird.
Oh,
And I
man.
was like, what is this? Like the day she had her first surgery, and they realized they couldn't get the cancer out. The first thing I said was, I was looking around, I was like, I need some shoes. I need to go running. They were like, what? I was like, I need to go run. Like it was just at that point, that became my stress relief because too many people lean on alcohol and food for stress relief as opposed to exercise when it's the best one for you all the way around, right?
1000%.
Right. So because of that, people had already been sort of leaning like, oh, I like to work out with you, da 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 da. But when I did that competition in 2014,
I know that's right.
look, folks was like, ma'am, what is you doing? How can I do it too? And then, but you know what? But still, I was still working full time. I was just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
When I tell you I was having so much fun, I would write out their workout plan, then I would type it out. I would print it. I would bind it. Like I was creating them good old books, meal plans and everything for free. And my husband was like, what are you doing? Why are you giving this away? And I was like, I wouldn't. But he said, Chris, you have been waiting for so long to find your passion. This is like you finally found it. Why not get paid for your passion? Like you're doing this for free because you enjoy it, you love it. Just go jump. And that's how I ended up here. I just put a filler out there on the socials and asked is anybody interested in a virtual program? I would coach them virtually. And that's how it started. I didn't expect it at all. Like you paid me as a 16, 17-year-old young girl who thought she was unathletic to think that in her 30s and 40s, she would be a health and fitness coach.
Wild, right? Especially when you weren't athletic to begin with. It's so funny because like I'm an athlete, so for me it's just getting back to what has always felt good. But to have not had that and to start it and be like, wait a minute, I like the way this feels.
Look,
phenomenal.
I still remember the first time in basic training, we were doing hamstring stretches. I'll never forget that. And I looked down and I saw that quad muscle. I said, what is that? Like, I like it. I still remember the first time I saw my traps in AIT. I just come out the shower, had my sports bra on, getting ready. And I was in the mirror like, oh, you gotta watch out. And we're doing this stuff. The Army back then, I like the way these kids are spoiled in the military now. I don't know how much it changed, but I know when I was in the military, we had no weight room. There were no weights. There was no equipment. You use your doggone body. And other people. Now I've had to carry other people for my extra resistance. But we had no weights. But that was the exciting part. I was like, you can really do a lot just with your own body. Like, like and it removes that excuse when people are like, well, I don't have equipment. I don't have access to a gym. You don't need that. Like, I learned so much from the Army, just being able to I always say, beat this body up on its own. Like, beat it up. Because I had a drill sergeant said, one day we had to do wall climbing and rappelling. And he said, if you can't lift your own body, now he wasn't nice about it. He said, if you can't lift your own body, you're a waste. But it made sense to me, though. He was like, it's your body. He was like, so if you mean to tell me that if we're in battle, something's going on, somebody else has to come save you because you can't lift your own body. You're putting other people at risk because you can't lift your own body. Say less.
That's deep.
Ain't it?
Deep. I'm like, that's not even just for battle. That's for life.
And you know what? So during the pandemic, I started the Black Health and Fitness Revolution. And the reason why I started that is because Dr. Fauci talked about the disparity between the number of Black and brown folks who were dying from COVID when it started. And the reason why we were dying at a more rapid rate was because we had so many other underlying health issues, right? We had so many other things going on that by the time COVID came in, it just shut everything down. I was like, something got to change. Like, something has to change. Like, we really have to start taking better care of ourselves. So that was the start of, but then folks were going crazy during COVID. Like
Mm-hmm.
folks were robbing the elderly for their groceries here. You know what I'm saying? And we're like, we don't know if it's really gonna go down. And if
Mm.
it goes down and we have to escape, we got to be ready.
Yes.
So it became a revolution on different ways. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to have to think about fighting for your life, but
Right.
it's possible. It's
Mm.
possible. You know, if we have to escape, I don't want to be the one holding everybody back, talking about go on without me. And they're like,
Right.
no, we're not leaving you. You know what I'm saying?
You can't keep up.
We're gonna be running
Yes.
together. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? That's just my philosophy on it.
I love that. And speaking of 2020, I love that you brought that up. In 2020, because I was a fad dieter, like fad diet after fad diet after fad diet. I mean, I think I did it all. I did a keto, I did the smoothies, I did the intermittent fastings. I mean, I did it all, right? I don't think I did paleo, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. But, huh?
Paleo is cool. I like paleo.
See, there we go. Look, the one I didn't try probably would have worked. So the thing about it is, people start these fad diets because they're looking for a quick fix. Why do you think that is, A? And B, how do you think that, because I know what transition I made mindset wise, but what kind of mindset switch do they need to make to get out of that quick fix and the,
Oh, why you ain't tell me to bring some wine on here for this? Because we got to have some conversation. Now I got some tea though. I got some tea. We can have a tea conversation. I sure did, because I said, yeah. Now this is the thing though, with paleo, I'm gonna say this for all of them. Paleo is a lifestyle. Paleo is like vegetarianism, it's like veganism. It's just choosing the types of food you put in your body. Paleo is basically just saying, if it didn't come from the earth, I don't need it or want it.
Okay.
And I'm fine with that. So with other ones, I don't like any of them for strictly weight loss. For me, it's all about healthy living. If it's something that you like, something that you think it makes you feel good and feel better, overall, rock with it. Because at the end of the day, diets are meant to be temporary. Diets are restrictive. Diets work when you do them. Do you know how many diets the average American adult will try in their lifetime?
No, how many?
Child, you need some wine.
I know. I'm missing a glass.
Take a guess.
Trying their lifetime. I mean, at least I know I did about 3, 4, but I don't know if I'm an average American.
55.
What? Oh.
But let's do some math.
Yeah.
If we just say adulthood is from 25 to 55, that's 30 years. If you try 2 a year.
55. Dang.
Ain't that crazy?
That is nuts.
That is crazy. And to me, what makes me sad about that is that I know that for a lot of people, that sounds like 55 failures. It feels like 55 failures. Whereas I want to give you credit for trying 55 times. You just haven't found what works for you. But that's not how that feels. That's not how it feels. And so it gets to the point where people start giving up and saying, you know what, this doesn't work for me, especially when they see it working for somebody else. But everybody's different. And if you're restricting yourself and you're doing things that you don't like, you do the things you like because you like them. And at this point, we whole adults. How can I tell you at 45, 55, 65 years old, don't do that no more, unless it's a healthy reason, right? Like your doctor tell you that, you better listen.
Right.
But just for weight loss, I don't believe in that. That's why I put in my bio, I drink beer, I eat avocado. Now, I might have both of them today. I had avocado already. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But the thing is that it really is about balance. You want an 80-20. You know, it's not about saying, oh, you'll never eat fried foods, never drink alcohol, never eat carbs. Carbs are your friends, first of all. So it's not that. So when it comes to the why we diet so much and why we want quick fixes, unfortunately, I'm trying not to get y'all put off the air. But the government has programmed us to look at exercise as a necessary evil. Right? You ain't gonna do nothing that's any type of evil. You could call it a beautiful evil, a sexy evil, still evil. You're still not gonna like it, right? So when we're looking at exercise as something that we have to do as opposed to the luxury that we get to do.
Yes.
Now we're looking at it as a chore. It's something else we gotta do, not something else like we should do. It just fits. The same way you don't argue when somebody tell you to go to sleep. You don't argue when somebody tell you to use the restroom. All of that stuff, it is part of healthy living, right?
Yes.
But just even how we're raised to look at calories.
Yeah.
Most time when I say calories, people are like, oh, we gotta cut calories, gotta cut carbs. No, calories are sources of energy. That is the definition of it. So if you're not feeding your body calories, i.e. energy, how do you expect to have the energy to get through your day? And you wondering why you're so sluggish?
Girl, especially when I don't eat. Yes.
I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. And then that's the other thing. Folks say, well, I don't know why I can't lose no weight. I only eat like once, twice a day. That's why you can't lose no weight. Because you're not giving your body the energy to get through to burn more energy. But we want things to be fast. Americans are entitled and spoiled. They want everything bigger, better, faster. Don't want to work for nothing.
Dang. Bigger, better, faster.
All the time. One day I was driving through my neighborhood and our house is, I think it was built in the 64, 67, something like that. So just within a 2-mile radius, you have houses that were just built in the 2000s. You have houses you could tell were built in like the 20s and 30s. And what I noticed that those houses, the older the house is, the smaller it is. Ain't nobody building small houses now. Think about it. Because we want everything bigger all the time. Look at how big these doggone trucks are. We didn't need those. But nowadays we do need them because we want our food to be bigger. Folks get mad. Look at these little bitty old chicken wings. But then when you get the big old chicken wings, they doggone genetically modified.
Yes.
The bigger those wings are, the bigger you are.
Oh, Krystal here saying the word.
I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
But we keep asking for all of this stuff. Like, I deserve. You deserve to live a healthy life. Like, and that's facts. And you deserve to be able to, you know what? Your babies and your people you love deserve to have you around and not have you sick.
Oh my gosh. So how do people get the mindset shift?
You know what? It's hard. It takes them having the desire. It takes them running across people like me, coming across your show. It takes somebody to say, oh, I just heard something. And I never even thought of it that way. Because everywhere we're surrounded by all of this stuff. And I tell people all the time, like, if you think about it, how long have you been battling your weight? How long did it take you to gain the weight? Like, if you had to think about your goal weight, and we're going to talk about that in a second, compared to where you are now, how long has that been, right? What's the time difference? Well, if that's the case, because for most people, it's been at least a year, sometimes 15, 20, 30 years. You can't expect to fix that in a 30-day challenge. No. You can't expect to fix that in a 2-week juicing and detox, which ain't nothing but boo-boo juice. You ain't burning no problem on the toilet. And that's the crazy thing that kills me. Folks act like they can't drink no water because it's going to keep me in the bathroom, but you're going to drink this boo-boo juice.
But you're going to drink the detox and you be in there every girl. I had a friend who would drink some in the morning and be on the toilet by 2, 3 in the afternoon. I was like, girl, I ain't going in there. We at work. What are you doing?
Look, make it make sense. But we have been programmed as a society to want things right now and not put in the work and then to give yourself grace and celebrate your wins. There's no such thing as small wins.
Yes.
Right? So if you gain, like I shared a story when I did my fitness competition, I had to weigh myself every day. Ooh. That was one thing I couldn't stand. Weigh myself every day. And on day 2, when I weighed myself, I had only lost 0.4 pounds. Only lost, right? And I'm like, man, how's that? How's this going to help me get to my goal? But guess what? The next day it turns to 0.8. When you add it up, it turns to 1.2. So it's about perspective and trusting that journey and not looking at the big picture, because so many people come to me and say, I want to lose 50 pounds. So I always ask why, because it's never. Let me say this: it's never the number on the scale that you want.
Mm,
Nobody knows your weight, but you're
no.
your doctor. So
Right.
when you dig deep into it, it's something else. You want your knees to stop hurting. You want to wear this old outfit. You want to feel confident when you go on the trip and look good in the pictures. You're
Yeah.
chasing a feeling, not a number.
Mm.
But that's the other thing we keep hearing. You're obese, you're overweight, your BMI, your BMI, your BMI. Oh, you're supposed
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
When you hear that everywhere, how can you not say, you know what? And then a lot of times people will say that these doctors or whatever these standards are tell you supposed to what, but they don't give you any uh realistic and sustainable ways to get healthier. And we get pumped with all types of trashy foods.
Yes.
It's challenging.
Yes.
And you see people on social media who claim they've been working out for 3 to 4 hours a day, twice a day, 7 days a week. And you're like, I ain't got time to do that. So that uneducation,
Yeah.
not even
Oh,
miseducation, but uneducation of how to live a healthy lifestyle. They're like, I don't know how to do it, but I keep hearing that I should. Not
yeah.
understand that word should.
Mm.
Should is a comparison word, and
Yes, it
comparison
is.
is the thief of joy. But when you keep hearing that, you like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there because I
Yes.
should weigh that.
Because I should weigh that.
Because
And
I
that's
should.
you get that from the doctor. Because I was just about to say, my experience, I went to the doctor. They tell me I should be weighing this. They put me on a diet. They put me on a diet where, girl, they were giving me pills and I was only eating 800 calories a day. What kind of cockamamie junk was that? And it was your BMI, you're overweight. It was like, oh my gosh. But truth be told, all I want to do is get in a thong and be sexy on the beach.
Look,
That's my feeling.
look, I tell you, that BMI chart, one, it ain't even created for us.
Mm-mm. Nope.
So in the army, if you don't meet certain height and weight, they tape you with a measuring tape to see if your body is proportionate, to see if you can pass your physical.
Oh.
I got taped every single time. Never. The only time I ever made weight was the day I shipped out for basic training. That's it. And that was only because they kept scaring me. Like, and it was crazy because they wanted me, because I'm 5'5". They wanted me to be 135 to ship out. And I think for the longest, I was like 137, 139. So I think it was 139. So I feel
You
like I
still
had to
small. Oh, wow.
right now. Jacqui, you just saw me a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm still considered to be overweight.
Ow.
Yes. If I put in my numbers, I think they want me to be 120 something, 130. I said, lies you tell.
The
Lies you
lies.
tell.
Right.
I was 126.6 when I stepped on the scale. I mean, stepped on the stage in 2014. And I said, I'll never be that small again. I'm a whole adult.
Ooh.
I'm a whole adult. I don't need to be no
Yeah.
120 nothing.
Nothing.
I didn't like it as soon as I saw it was 129. I was like, oh, like,
Ooh.
I can't wait for this competition to be over. So I and that's the thing. When it's for an event or something like that, I can get, like doing drastic stuff to meet that. But
Yeah.
I didn't gain everything back immediately. Excuse me. But it wasn't about that number. For me, I just wanted to challenge myself to see how tight and toned I could be. Like, it's a different challenge for a different amount of time as opposed to it being unhealthy. So it's a matter of people like you having these conversations, educating people to get them to look at life differently, look at exercise different, look at eating differently. Because like I always tell people, there's no such thing as a cheat day or cheat meal, because there's no such thing as good or bad food.
Ooh.
All food is fuel.
Yeah.
Because again, if you tell yourself that you ate something bad, words have energy.
Oh.
So if you ate something bad or you cheated, you either gonna do a couple things. You either gonna punish yourself, go way too hard, or you're gonna throw up your hands and say, I already messed up, and then you're gonna quit.
Yes. I look, I'm really sitting here thinking right now, Chris, I got a couple people I know I want to send your way. Okay, so because straight up, like all this stuff matters. And I think that so many of us do the giving up part
Mm-hmm.
or the pushing yourself too hard part. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
myself definitely do that with workouts. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't get this one in. Let me try to get
Yeah.
45 minutes in. Now I'm to the point where if you didn't get a workout in yesterday, girl, just do your 30 minutes the next day. You'll be fine. Like, just.
Because consistency does not equal perfection.
Mm. Yes.
People think that consistency means they do everything they're supposed to do every time. No.
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 So obsessed with this conversation. Like, this is like, you have no idea. This is like life to me. And people may be thinking, like, how does this even equate to WAP, Jacqui? We talking about wealth, assets, and prosperity. Your
Oh.
health is your wealth. Your health is your prosperity. Let's keep it 1,000.
Look, because if you want some money, do you want to spend that money on a beautiful trip or 50 million copays and prescriptions and surgery?
Dang. You just slapped everybody on their face right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like how? Like what you gonna leave for your future generations other than diabetes and heart disease? When you're not focusing on living a healthier lifestyle so that you can teach that to your future generation so that they can live longer and y'all can keep making more money to put in this family trust to keep building generational wealth.
Come on. Yes.
It's like too often people you just hear, they'll say it to sound cute. Health is wealth, but what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Are you drinking water? Are you at least being mindful? Like I said, there's no such thing as perfection, but at least be mindful and pick a struggle. You can't have all the struggles. Oh, I can't stand drinking water. I love me some coffee. Oh, but I don't want to work out. Boy, you see that new chicken sandwich? Like you can't pick all the struggles. You can't pick all of them. Not all at once.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Look, I like coffee. I eat the chicken sandwiches. Sometimes I don't feel like working out, but it ain't gonna all happen all together.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like pick a struggle.
I love that.
But
why do you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. What were you saying? Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I'm just saying we just really have to think about the importance of taking care of ourselves so that we can work the way we want to.
1,000%.
Just even exercising helps your mental capacity. If you all research the top CEOs, they all say that not exercising is a non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. That I have to exercise in order for me to be sane, in order for me, like you were saying earlier, in order for me to think right. Like I didn't exercise yesterday. I got nothing done. I even told my honey, I said, I don't even know what the world happened, but I got nothing done and I feel lazy and worked out this morning, honey. I done got everything already done.
Look,
killing it.
Look. I warn my clients, like, because I usually just do Monday through Friday workouts. And because your body needs to rest. Understand that rest is part of the process. Your body has to recover. Your body has to recover. And if you want to do something, do some active rest, like walking or stretching or something like that. But you don't need to go hard all day, every day. No, you wearing yourself down. But on those Saturdays that I do just get up, like, you know what? I think I want to work out. I meet with my clients every Saturday morning. Yeah. And on those Saturdays, after I worked out, they can tell because I come on with a whole different personality. I sit down, I'm glowing, smile all big, and I'm like, I feel saucy today, y'all. It worked out. Got that blood pumping, like, let's get it. But it does help you to approach the day in a very different way. It helps to reduce them cortisol levels. It helps to increase your adrenaline so that when life happens, and we know it is, you're better prepared to approach them as opposed to being grumpy. And especially if it's your goal to exercise, doing it first thing in the morning is your best bet. Because if not, throughout the entire day, you can't focus because you're trying to figure out when you're going to squeeze in that workout. Like, ooh, I might have 45. Ooh, let's see. If I do it this, ooh, maybe. And you can't even think and do what you need to do. So just
get out my business.
Look, I'm just being real. And y'all, what I tell y'all, this is what I do. Every night before I go to bed, I pull out everything I need for my workout in the morning. So there's no excuse. I mean, underwear, sports bra, socks, shirt, pants is all folded up on my dresser. And when I get up, that's what I put on.
First thing.
And just go straight to the workout.
Yes.
Stop, just to remove some of the excuses. And when I
Mm.
travel out of town, especially setting my goals of when I'm going to work out, I'll pack how many workout outfits. I'll pull all of them out and put them on my dresser, on my desk in my room. So that way, after each workout, I can see him leaving. So that it's like that win of saying, oh, I did one workout. Okay, I got 2 more workouts to do.
It's like you trick the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, we doing good, boo.
Every win is a win. There's no such thing as a small win.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that a lot.
That's one of my favorites. Like I'll pick just seeing them disappear. I'm like, okay, at least you stand on track, girl. At least you stand on track, girl. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get
high-fiving yourself in the mirror. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Keep active. We have to. We really have to.
Do.
And I know that people who run businesses and all this stuff feel like we're too busy. Look, at least you get to control your time when you exercise. You can't control your time. You got to go to the doctor. Or you have to be in the hospital.
Krystal hits me in all the heartstrings.
I would rather give myself 30 minutes a day as opposed to being shut down for hours or weeks. Yes. And 30 minutes a day is literally only 2% of your day.
2%.
2%. So the other 98% is more important than your health?
Well, and then this is what I tell people. You're pouring into other people all day long, whether it's on the job, whether it's with your kids, your spouse, your friends. You could be a very active sister, brother, cousin, somebody in somebody's life, and you pouring and pouring and pouring, but you ain't even took the 2% of your day.
True. Because all you need is 30 minutes. And that's the other myth. Like I said, social media would jack people up too. I look at some of these videos, I'm like, but why are you even doing that? what muscle is that working? Why?
Right.
Okay? And then you see me like, 3 hours, 4 hours. What you doing? What you doing for 3-4 hours?
Good
because
question.
The only thing you need is 150 minutes per week. That's it. So if you give yourself 5 days, that's 30 minutes. And those 30 minutes don't even have to be consecutive.
Oh.
You can spread them out throughout the day.
That's wild. I like that you said you can spread them out throughout the day. So what does that look like? Tell me more.
So I have something I call my sneaky workouts, because I do know that sometimes life be lifing. And it is difficult to get 30 minutes, like when you're running around, stuff like that. So what I do is I like to tack exercises on to other things I'm doing all day anyway. So when I go to the restroom, I do 10 squats.
I know that's right.
And if you're drinking water the way you're supposed to, you're going to go to the restroom at least 5 times a day. That's 50 squats that you wouldn't have done
otherwise.
And exactly. When I go in and I refill my water bottle, you see, I got a nice big one. I do push-ups off my counter while the water is refilling.
Y'all hearing this?
Or when I microwave my food, while the food is microwave, I'm doing push-ups off the counter. While I'm washing my hands, I'm doing straight leg kickbacks.
I mean, you can just be working out all day.
All day. Because you're already doing these things anyway.
Yes.
Why not tack on the exercise? When I finally get a chance, sometimes, to sit down and watch TV, outside of sitting at my desk, like if I say I'm gonna sit on my couch like an adult, I would sometimes do a commercial breaks, because a lot of these doggone shows don't even let you fast forward commercials anymore like we used to. Get on the floor and do leg drops to do some ab work.
Wow.
Or sometimes I'm washing my hands or micro my foot, I do side bends. There's so many different things you can do to just tack it on. I will tell you this, something else I do, I make more work for myself. Meaning, you know how like we'll kill ourselves to bring in all the groceries in one trip, have bad. I just say, you know what, I'm bringing a couple in at a time just to add those extra steps.
Yes. I'll park far away too. I do park far away back in the parking lot just so I could get that walk in.
Yeah. When I'm washing my clothes, like if I'm drying my clothes, if I'm lying drying my clothes, I don't pull them all out, put them in a basket. I get one at a time and walk over to the line and hang it, walk back, get another one, go back. But just adding those extra steps. It's really just a mindset of saying, okay, what else can I do to keep moving my body? And it's not killing me. It's not taking me all outside of what I was going to do anyway.
Yeah.
I cut out those shortcuts because we start taking all these shortcuts and then we start wondering why we're gaining weight and why is this extra pudge and stuff like that. It's just another way to just keep moving.
Ooh, I love this. This is so good. So we are here on Brownstone Worldwide, KCCR Radio with my girl Krsytal Taylor as she drinks her water like the phenomenal queen she is.
Where's your water?
Right over here. I got to get over to it. It's right, literally right here. I'm like, let me grab some. But fitnessisnotagame.com. Right here, you can get yourself some sneaky workouts. She done gave us a few. She done plugged a few. But go on and go to this website and check that out. And so, okay, good question. While I go grab my water, can you let us know how much water should we be drinking? I'm gonna grab my bag.
Yeah, thank you for going to get your water. Thank you. But yeah, so the whole myth used to be where the thought used to be that we should all drink 8 cups of water a day. No. That's only 64 ounces. You should be drinking half of your body weight in ounces. So if you're 200 pounds, you should be drinking about 100 ounces.
Wow.
But this is why. Let's think about it.
Talk to me.
Your entire body is made up of water. Your skin, your brain, your eyes, your bones. Your bones are made up of 22% water.
I did not know that.
Your hair, everything needs water. Kidneys, lungs, everything needs water. So if your body is 200 pounds and your body is made up of 70-something% water, how are you expecting all of your body to work the way it's supposed to if you're only giving it this small amount of water? Everything has to be lubricated. It does.
Yeah.
Your skin needs moisture.
Yeah.
Your hair needs it. Your brain needs it. A lot of times you're feeling lethargic, feeling grumpy.
Yeah.
Because think about it, if your brain doesn't have water, the brain is like the squishy muscle.
It
doesn't
is.
have water, what does it do? It shrinks, get tight. Think about that. You got to keep it moist. And I'll tell you, the best thing that I could ever done as far as drinking water, I would say not the best thing. The time that I appreciated how much water I drink the most, back in 2018, I wasn't listening to my body. I'm gonna be honest. I'm human.
Yeah.
I did my normal work. I did my normal routine, even though I didn't feel normal that morning. So my routine, I would get up at 5. I would do a fasted workout. I would get ready for work. I would eat a protein bar on the train at 7:21, and I would eat my breakfast at work. That's what I would normally do. This particular day, I woke up, didn't feel my strongest, but I still followed the same routine. I'm driving to the train. Like, girl, you feel lightheaded, but I'm like, you'll be able to eat that protein bar in like 10 minutes. You'll be all right. I was not. I got on the train, and the train that I rode was a double-decker train, and I would always sit on the top. Just from going up the stairs, my body was like, whoa, whoa. So here I am passing out, going to the seat. And the funny part about it is at the end of the aisle, it's a bench, and it's this man sitting there.
Yeah.
I'm falling like face first into his woo-woo.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. And I've got my bag, I got all this stuff, but luckily, he saw me coming and he caught me.
Yeah.
And he sat me down, like, ma'am, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. And I noticed at the time my foot was hurting. I was like, what the hell? How did I hurt my foot? But I sat there, I drank my water, got my protein bars. I'm like, you need to eat now. Like, I knew what it was. You need to eat now. And I noticed, like, oh, your foot is hurt. So I took my shoe off. And I was like, I'm like, put it back on. I got to work, could barely wear my shoe. I'm like, what the heck? I really thought I had just sprained it and it was just going to go down. That was in March. I ended up having to have surgery on my foot just from stumbling 5 different things happened to my foot. I'm trying to see if I can get an example. But what happened essentially when I finally got to a podiatrist and she did an x-ray, you ever had a piece of hard plastic and you bent it so far that it turned white and you turned it back? That's what my bone did.
No.
Yeah. But if I wasn't hydrated, think about that.
Broke. Ah!
Ain't that something?
That is definitely something.
You know, so when I was in college, and I'll tell you the reason why I drink so much water.
I'm loving this.
When I was in college, I have a very high tolerance for pain. So by the time I get to the doctor, I know something's wrong. Like something ain't right. So I called my mom and I told her, I said, Mom, something not right. You know, like I think I need to go to the doctor. She's like, okay, go ahead and go. So I'm telling them, like, man, my side is killing me. You know, like there's something. They give me x-rays. This doctor takes me out in the hallway, puts my x-rays up. You say, you see that? That's feces. So you are literally full of woohoo.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Now, at the time, I also drank a lot of milk. I love milk. Love it. Love it. I did. I was one of those, I would pour me a glass of milk and put it in the freezer while I was making dinner. So by the time it came out, it'd be like, oh my gosh.
That's nice and cold. Dang.
You know, right. So at the time, the doctor was like, okay, I need you, because they weren't sure why I was so constipated. You know, they like, you know, remove meat, remove dairy, like all of it.
Yeah.
And they had me on this medication. I ended up having, so at 40, how am I? 46. Forget my age a lot. But I've already had 3 colonoscopies in my life at 46.
Dang.
My very first one was when I was 22, 23, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But it was because my colon just still wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. And that was when I was diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome when I was early in my 20s. And they put me on a prescription medication that they said I would be on for the rest of my life. Because your colon is made out of 4 quadrants. And my like 3rd quadrant doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Unless I drink water. I can't make this up.
Yeah.
Because here I am, 20-something years old. And I'm like, I don't want to be on medication for the rest of my life.
No.
I can't afford to be on medication for the rest of my life.
That part.
Like, it was just like, so I was like, it got to be something. I'm like, if it's just, y'all just need me to poop, how about I drink some water and let's just see how it goes. Let me flush it. You know, let me flush.
Right.
And to this day, if I don't drink water, my colon would tell me like, oh, you're not going to drink water today?
Oh, you bold, huh?
Oh, okay. Oh, you forgot about me, huh? Oh, you think you in control?
I'm gonna show you.
Look, so just drinking water has helped me so much. And I'm surprised I don't have a bottle today, but that's why I have a water bottle that says water is bae, because it is bae will save you for so many things. So yeah, that's water. And that's what my folks are like, but I don't like water. It's nice. First of all, it's delicious. But there's so many things you can do to infuse your water to make it more palatable.
Yes.
Now,
I love me a good lemon.
Look, I'm not talking about it because I just got asked the other day, what about Krystal Light? What about sparkling waters? Those ain't water.
No.
If anything has an ingredient on it, it ain't water.
It ain't water. They infusing these things. Yeah.
But you'll be surprised just putting cucumber in water.
Girl, that's the best.
Cucumbers are the stepchildren of salads, but you put them in water. You know I ain't lying. You can get
right.
salad.
I just never heard it like that. That was the best.
Water, that cucumber be like, hey, you know, I love putting cucumbers, orange, lemon, mint, strawberries. Like I put all types of stuff. Now I would tell you this: if you're going to do any type of citrus, because I used to make it. I haven't done it in a while for my family, but I would get the big drink dispenser.
Yes.
I would just make infused water to encourage everybody to drink throughout the day. But if you do that, because you can refill that, I would probably keep it like 2 to 3 days from that one saying, you know, whatever.
Everything gets a little weird in there, but
then after a while, start looking like, you know, a swamp, especially. You're like, wait a minute, let me go Let me go pour that down the toilet real quick. Make a fresh batch. Hold on. But with your citrus, you want to make sure you use glass because the citrus will tear like the plastic if you keep it in there too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, so try those. Now I'm not saying it's gonna taste like juice. Don't. I'm like, Krystal, you lied to me. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm saying it makes it more palatable. And people are like, should I do cold or room temperature? Personally, room temperature is better.
I was just going to ask you that question. Look at you answering me.
But whatever way you can drink it, get it down. Because this is the time of year. I'm so weird, Jacqui. I don't like refrigerated water. But during this time of year, I like ice water. Yes. It's so weird. It's so weird. And this is the only time I drink ice water. Typically, I'm always room temperature. And the reason why, especially when it comes to your digestion, room temperature or warm is better. That's why you'll hear a lot of people say they drink warm water with lemon first thing in the morning. Yeah, and that will help the digestion because think about it. If you're cold, well, I know you're out in Cali, you don't feel it too often. But you remember what it could be like to be cold in them conference rooms.
Yes, girl.
What do? You do this. You shrink up, right?
Yes, immediately.
The same thing happens to your colon when you give it cold water. Shrinks up. You give it warm.
It loosens.
Yeah.
Dang. I never, it's so funny because my second episode, Dr. Dan came on talking about cold water versus warm water. And I was loving the whole conversation, but I love how you just took it to the colon. Let me know what it's doing. He just said slow down the digestion, but you told me my whole colon is like, bitch.
Yeah, it's like, woo, wait a minute. First of all, I meant to tell you, your arms look real good. Come on. Yes. You better. Well, you did something earlier. I said, oh, the arm look good. Then you just hit that little side, and I saw that little trap there. I said, come on.
What you said earlier when you were like, when I be looking at my lesson, like, ooh, that's been me, girl. That's been me recently.
That's the best. And that's why I tell people, just get started. I know we bouncing back, but just get started.
Yes.
Because once you start to see the results, it becomes an addiction. You don't want to give up what you've accomplished.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You start to think differently about how and what you eat, when you eat.
Yes.
And start just making better, not saying good decisions, but more cognizant decisions.
Yes.
As opposed to just living out willy-nilly. Because let's be clear. At this age, y'all, we can't do nothing willy-nilly. We just can't. We can't.
No.
Our life and our health ain't for play.
No, it's not.
We can't do that stuff we did at 18, 19.
No.
Like 18, 19, I had no problem with rolling into the drive-thru at 2 in the morning, getting a big Buford with large fries and a sweet tea. And I'm going to smash it in the bed. And then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Straight up, girl. Straight up. Yes. And you can do that in your 20s.
Yeah.
But not after 30. 30.
You know what I can't do? I can't go to bed without Tums.
Girl.
Ever since I had my youngest son, it got to the point like I keep Tums everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. We don't travel without Tums. No. Because at this point, life is different.
It's different.
I wish I would eat a big Buford and some fries and a sweet tea laying in the bed at 2 in the morning and think I ain't finna wake up feeling dog
sick on the toilet. Girl, don't get me started because we went wine tasting this weekend and all that wine and eating all that fine food. By the time I got home, my whole body was like, oh, heifer, we need to release.
Look.
Everything.
I just did a video, was it maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago? My husband ordered Freddy's.
Okay.
And he said, I'm just going to get you what you got last time. And I was like, okay. Now, how he thought I got what burger was it? One of them burgers. Because when it came, I'm going in the bag like, where mine at? Like, this I got. This what you got last time? I was like, no, I didn't. Like, I don't ever get a burger from Freddy's. I usually get the grilled chicken sandwich, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, he wanted to make sure I had something to eat. So I'm going to go eat it. Like I still eat burgers. Yes. I just haven't had burgers from Freddy's or I wasn't in the mood for a burger, but I'm going to go ahead and eat it.
Yes.
I could not finish it.
No.
Do y'all have a Freddy's? Do you know what Freddy's is?
No, we don't have a
Oh,
Freddy's, but when I think of just any fast food restaurant and burgers.
yes. So this is one of those steak burger and custard type places. So it's not even like the McDonald's and Burger King burger that just sort of like a dry-ish type burger with sauce and stuff. These are the real deal beef steak burgers with all the cheese and like they put a lot of stuff. It's heavy. And that sweet tea. I like sweet tea. But when you put ice in it to melt it down and it's still super sweet.
Oh, too much.
I was like, I couldn't finish. I had to do a video. Like I felt sick from eating half that burger and drinking like 3 ounces of tea. I was just like, I can't.
I love the fact that you brought that up because a lot of us we do feel guilty after we eat the heavy meal. Like, oh, what was that? Why did I just do that to myself? What do you recommend after you do something like that? Do you say just go drink a whole bunch of water? Like, what would you recommend?
You know what? Honestly, I'd say listen to your body and what it needs to do to purge it. Maybe you just need to rest. Maybe you do need a reset. You know what I'm saying? To get things out. Excuse me, but I would also say to own that maybe your body has outgrown it.
Here we go.
And hopefully the next time you make different decisions, because most folks would think that's a fluke and gonna try it again. I think that was a fluke. I'm gonna go ahead and try it one more time and see what happens. Because I sure love that sandwich before. But once you realize that your body has changed, like I told you how much I love milk, right?
Yeah.
After I had my second son, I realized milk didn't love me. And I was like, So I went back, and I went to 1%, then I went to skim, and my body was still just like, sis, we don't like this too much.
Yeah.
I do almond now, but we just have to understand that our bodies change. Our bodies are made up of cells that regenerate themselves every 7 years. So who you are and what you did and what you like, what you could tolerate now, it's not the same from 7 years ago. No. The same way when you see people who develop food allergies as adults, their body changed.
Yes, shrimp. I can't eat shrimp anymore.
I was about to say, I know somebody that has to, and I ain't gonna lie. Y'all can judge me if you want to, but judge your mama. If you have to tell me that I can't have shellfish, I'm gonna be like that doggone lady in Dr. Doolittle. Full of it, eating it. Look.
Girl, I have my moments. Moments. Don't get it twisted. I think about it often.
Oh my God.
I try to few times after.
That's what I'm saying. I say that, but I know that I realistically wouldn't. I would be sad, but in my head, because I love it so much.
Oh, I tried.
I think that's what I think I would have to, and I'm stubborn. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a go through and through. You ain't finna tell me what I can and can't do. Well, how my body gonna respond. So let me see. Now I might not.
Girl, no, mine just comes out. It's just it don't even get that far.
But but that's what happens though. They really have to. Yeah, Jacqui, I'm so stubborn. The very first surgery I had, I didn't believe that anesthesia was gonna take me the way they said it was. I was like, I ain't gonna be sleeping no 2 seconds.
You said 198 and you were out, huh?
They told me to count back from 10.
Oh, 10.
I got the 7. I got the 7. And then they told me, they said, after you wake up, you're going to be in the recovery room. You're going to see that there are multiple people in there. And once you can sit up, we'll take you into the second recovery room where you can see your people.
Yeah.
I'm like, that ain't nothing because I'm going to wake up and sit up.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I went there like, what you mean I can't sit?
No. I thought I could pick myself up.
But that's, again, allowing your body to do what it needs to do when it needs to do it. And that happens even when it comes to our health and our fitness. We want to tell ourselves, we want to tell ourselves that we're not just young internally, but externally. If you were a sprinter back in high school, don't think you're about to be no sprinter just on GP at 45.
No.
You're gonna pull all them hammies.
Yeah.
Still got a coach, and you still got to get ready, right?
Still got to
But,
stretch.
and that's what a lot of people do. It's like they get amped up. They're like, you know what, this my year, I'm about to do it. And then they just go real hard and then they injure themselves. And that's also another deterrent. Excuse me, another deterrent on why people stop. So I would say for anyone who, and I know you didn't ask, but I'm running with it. For anyone who has not worked out in a while and they know it's time for them to start taking their health seriously, I would say ease into it. If you have not been routinely exercising, don't expect to jump into it 5 days a week, 2 days. Don't expect to do that. Give yourself 2 to 3 days a week. And even start with walking. Start nice and slow. Don't expect to just jump back into where you have been before. Oh, and there was something else I meant to say earlier. When you asked me why do we want things immediate or whatever. So what I was saying is a lot of times we look at the bigger goal. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. That can be daunting.
Yeah.
That can be daunting. So that's why I always tell people, don't look at that bigger goal. Let's set smaller goals because small goals equals huge wins. Small goals equals wins. So, and even with that, I challenge all of y'all to remove any type of weight from your goals list.
I like that. I like that.
Your goals to be habit based.
Yes.
So instead of saying, I want to lose 2 pounds this week, say, you know what? I want to make sure I drink at least half my body weight in water at least 5 days this week. I want to make sure I get at least 7 hours of sleep at least 4 days this week. I want to make sure that I move my body at least 30 minutes, at least 3 times this week. Set those types of goals because once you focus on those habits, the results are going to come.
Yeah.
And what you thought were your goals, they'll probably change. So instead of it being 50 pounds, it's like, okay, I want to keep doing that because now I feel stronger. Guess what? Wow. I got on the scale, but I ain't losing no weight, but these clothes already fit different.
Yes, they do.
So if I can fit into these pants, now let's see how long it's going to take for me to fit into these pants.
Come on. Yes.
Because this is the thing, y'all. Touch on something real quick. 5 pounds of fat don't weigh more than 5 pounds of muscle. 5 pounds is 5 pounds.
Yeah.
They just look different.
Yeah.
So this is 5 pounds of fat. This is 5 pounds of muscle.
Somebody say something.
So I need y'all to see this and conceptualize this because what I don't want you to do is to get into it. You're drinking your water, you're sleeping, you're moving your body, you're being more mindful of how you eat. Your clothes are fitting different. You're feeling good about yourself. Then you're on the scale and the scale says you didn't lose anything or you may have gained.
Yes.
And then what happens? Now you're like, I knew this wasn't going to work. Where's diet number 56?
There we go.
Either.
Jesus. So real.
Means nothing. It means no thing. All the scale does is measures your gravitational pull to the earth. That's it.
That is it.
That is it. But when you feel better, you feel more confident, you feel more toned, your clothes are fitting differently. People are complimenting you. Those are things you're honestly working towards.
That's it. That's really what you want. I've loved all of this. We are coming up on our hour.
Krystal, I'm sorry.
You have been
phenomenal.
Phenomenal. This has been a wealth of knowledge, y'all. I need you to go to fitnessisnotagame.com. Get these little sneaky workouts. Shoot, Bob. And follow my girl Krystal on all things Fitness Is Not a Game. All social media. Check out her YouTube. Fitness Is Not a Game. Okay? Because I'm sure you got nothing but juice up in that mama jamma.
And that's what
good workout juice, not real juice. So
and food.
And food. We didn't even. I'm gonna have to bring you back, Krystal.
I do a segment called In the Kitchen with Krystal every Saturday. And the whole goal is to make meal prep and healthier eating delicious and easy. Yeah, I love food. If y'all didn't see how I dance every time I talk about food.
I love food. Krystal, hey, could you do that live here? That'd be so much fun.
Yes.
Oh, we'll come. I'm bringing you back. I'm bringing you
Yes,
back.
absolutely.
Yeah, I had such a good time. So
being food, yes.
yeah, because I dance too.
You see, I'm like, yes.
We'll cook together.
Yes.
So I love this. We're gonna bring Krystal back for some healthy eating. This has been WAP. You are on Brownstone Worldwide KCCR Radio. Krystal, thank you so much for being here. This was absolutely phenomenal. We're gonna come back. We're gonna be cooking together on this show here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, I appreciate you, Queen. Okay, I appreciate you. So thank you so much, y'all, and we out.